Welcome back, everyone, to Let's Play Rule the Waves 2 as Germany, episode number 2. And in this one, first of all, I've already seen like a very strong response to the first episode. Just a lot of people watching it, a lot of people commenting on it. I'm just I eat up that enthusiasm, or at least I hope I can channel that into better content. I think that basically it's just really cool to see. Several comments I would say about the Wapen von Hamburg not having two P's. This is because this is how it's spelled in the naval action game, and I had looked it up myself, not knowing about this naval action game really much. So, anyways, that's the reason why. Well, I guess it would be Wapen von Hamburg then. Anyway, so we made it 6 months last time, which is that's pretty good for the first episode, which is Legacy Fleet and all that. But in this one, we hopefully can steam forward. Haha, no pun intended. A lot faster. Tension's low. No, don't reduce my spending. I'm trying to save up money. Maybe we can just raise tension. So our goal, again, is war with England immediately if we can. And with this budget, maybe we should even commission another battleship. How many do I have? I actually have a limited number of battleship names. So in the future, I'll be combining battleship and dreadnought into one category for the naming system. I didn't do it for this one, and we're almost done with our battleship building, so everything can be dreadnought from here on in. But I didn't get very many battleship submissions, and what's even more, I guess, appropriate is they're the same category in the Rule the Waves database file. So there's no separation of B and dreadnought BB. So that's probably the way I'll accept names in the future is B/BB. You'll have to just be okay with getting a pre-war dreadnought. Great. Oh, yes. Absolutely. That's the ticket right there. So this is what I'm talking about with the Krupp armor, gradual improvement of armor quality. Notice that it no longer says reduction in armor weight or armor cost or something like that. This is because the way the mechanics have changed is it's not, instead of in Rule Waves 1, the weight being reduced, essentially your actual number, game value, not physical armor thickness, but the in-game value just increases slightly. So, because that's not visible to us, it's kind of, basically, if I was to design a new dreadnought right now with our 12-inch guns, all of our 11-inch guns, let's pretend that we build it at France and get the 12-inch guns. This gun data should change. Did it? I think so. Is 6.2 what it was before? I don't know. So it should be thicker belt. But I guess. This is just my guess. So this is actually for 9.5. No, that armor thickness doesn't matter. We're just looking at the technology level. So we have a very strong monthly balance right now. Oh, yes. Yes. Russia, I guess, has some potential for us. Finland, maybe? I just clicked that and I didn't read the message. It was secondary batteries. I don't know why I did that. Better torpedo technology. I really want to pay attention to these research breakthroughs. In my own games, I've gotten so used to just clicking ahead and letting my subconscious process what that was. Yeah. So I wish that we could see. It'd be nice. This is a new in Rule of Waves 2, the option to see this, but unfortunately you can't see what technology you researched. It'd be really nice if the turn messages included. I think I'll even put in this request for a suggestion for improvement to include the technology, just in case you hit enter. A lot of the times in this game I hit enter too quickly, or if you have 1,000 light cruisers you just finished building, or temporarily destroyers when they're rebuilt. That when you build them, it'll say 10 destroyers built, but when you rebuild them, you still go ship by ship, which I suggested that they improve, and I think they will. That kind of makes sense. New docks. Oh yeah, so this is the first thing we should do with our money, is build for the long term. And that means we should be expanding base capacity, which actually does raise tensions. And not only that, but we should be building fortifications. So let's get another 6-inch gun. And unfortunately I don't know why it does this, it goes back every time. Improve base, build fortification, 6-inch gun. Yes. Okay, so this one is already improving. We have one battery. Let's get another one. I want 2 at all bases, 2 6-inch guns. which should be pretty good support. So I have actually done this. I've experienced invasion attempts against me, in fact, by the British in my offline campaign. Boy, how much Rule the Waves 2 am I playing right now? A lot is the answer. Because I got these streams, I got this offline campaign. Anyway, so the 6-inch guns, it was in Tanganyika. And what happened was, probably because of the... Oh, I didn't even know. So this is obviously interesting that we have ports right next to each other. Their invasion route took them down to the southern tip of this little edge or whatever, and I had a gun there, and it actually helped sink some of the invasion guns. So that was pretty cool. Let's build another fortification here. In fact, this is value 2. If I end up taking Wei Xiao, then we would want to build maybe a 10-inch gun there because it's more valuable. Now, I don't know about building... I may not need to build up a lot of ports and a lot of coastal defenses in these areas because the only one that can attack us is the United States. I think just we'll improve this base because it's going to give us more... I mean, Southeast Asia, we plan it to be a place where we do a lot of invasions in the future, so increasing the base size is still important. Okay, that's done. I guess I didn't build a fortification here? Did I? We'll check, because it'll take us there automatically against our own will, actually, when we build the fortification here. So I get one in Marshall and Caroline and North Marianas. Nope, no Bismarck Archipelago. Yeah, okay, so let's get one there as well. Okay, so good. That's one way to spend a little bit of our monthly balance. You can see it hasn't actually affected us much. And if I remember, yeah, this is crazy that East Prussia, for some reason, doesn't have any fortifications. We'll build 2 6-inch guns there and probably even like a 10-inch gun. If we get into any fights in the Northern Europe, they almost always seem to be taking place in Germany proper. We already have 6 batteries here. We have 2 4-inch batteries. I may even I've never seen these ever be useful. So they're costing us 4 maintenance, but they're useless, right? So we'll just scrap those, and we'll replace scrap both of those, and we'll replace that with actually 2, or at least 1 10-inch gun. Oh, we don't have 10-inch guns yet. We'll get there eventually. And I think you don't have to. Your fort guns are automatically upgraded, as far as I know. Well, this is the kind of armored cruiser I'd like to run up against. It has guns lighter than our light cruisers. Very heavy belt. Which, this early is effective. Let's just take a quick look. I mean, let's do all these little things that I wasn't really able to do, or I feel I wasn't able to do on the stream because I like to move more quickly. Okay, so with our current 6-inch guns, they're able to penetrate 2.5 inches of belt at the closest range. And what did we armor ours for? 2.5? Please tell me I armored mine for 2.5. I'm so stupid. I never do this. Why did I do this? What was I even thinking? So the Mosel class, unfortunately, it's kind of like an obsolete class to me already. I always go with 2.5-inch belt. Why did I not go with 2.5? The last time I made a 2-inch belt light cruiser is like maybe in real life over a year ago. Okay, maybe that's not true, but why? I don't know why I did this. However, it's not terrible. By the way, it's not like I shouldn't be lamenting it so much. It's still a good ship, but we'll be getting a new one as soon as I see any little wiggle room for improvement. As far as like light cruisers go. 21, that's probably enough destroyers for now, but with the knowledge that we'll be using these probably until the end of the game, 3 ASW. 3 ASW. I mean, it's not bad for a 400-ton ship. I think we can get better. Oh, wow. Oh, reserve fleet takes them down to 4. They're so cheap. And we can keep them in reserve fleet because we don't expect to be using them in combat ever. I think, frankly, we could probably mothball them, but I'm not sure if there's an effect of crew quality on their performance on trade protection, so we'll leave it as is for now. Okay, so they probably will start building more battleships now that... I think that this is just a bug. Okay, I'm almost sure it's a bug that nobody is building. Yeah, you can see that Britain immediately realizes the error of their ways, and they're building a lot of battleships to catch up. You know, the cool thing is there's no dreadnought category in this list right now. There's no light carriers or carriers. Oh man, I can't wait to get to carriers. Let's keep going. We'll divert attention criticizing Great Britain. We have better destroyers, up to 600 tons. I don't think we'll take advantage of that yet. We want double torpedo tubes before they really mean something to us. So, that's good. We got the tensions going where we want them. Of course, we'll build 10 more cruisers, even though we may not actually do this. So this is budget minus prestige minus, and this is good. Okay. So, in 6 months... Oh, we could do armored cruisers instead. Well, we didn't get the money to build armored cruisers, unfortunately, but... we could build a new light cruiser class. Already. Do I have my... Please tell me I have my... I do! Oh, good. The Schlichting. Okay, so we actually can get another... we can actually get another light cruiser class. We have 5 months, so... November. In November, we have to figure out what we're doing. I'm really happy all this stuff came in just in time for... I mean, before, at least, a war. Delaware class, 1900s, 14,000, so that's the limit that the U.S. has at the beginning of the game. 7-inch guns for secondaries, low armor, but, you know, probably heavy enough. Okay, the Renown it's camper down, so we already saw this one. Ooh, okay, good. Gradual damage control improvement. Fantastic. Although double bottom, I guess I don't know how that's not something which applies only to ships which haven't been built, but I'm not going to question it. Okay, we finally have better 5-inch guns. We had -1. I wasn't going to build 5-inch guns until they got up to quality 1 anyway, but... Okay, we should send a diplomatic note. Yeah, their tensions are low enough that we can kind of piss them off. I cannot wait to get towards carriers. Better submarine stuff. I want to take a look at our research again. So obviously we really want to max our research out, considering we have... What's our funds at compared to... I don't want to get it to... About 150 will be my limit of savings. I think that you don't get money taken away until you get close to... Let's say over... Like, I don't know what the number is. It's probably 100% of your yearly budget. So if I get to 280 stored, then they might take away my my money. But I'm going to play it conservative and say we'll do half of this, or 2/3. So around 180 is where I'll be a bit nervous. In the meantime, yeah, I'm happy that some improvement in naval guns is starting to happen. I don't see any reason to change anything here, though. Although it might be fleet tactics, it might be ship design. I don't know which one enables us to do dreadnoughts. Well, okay, that's silly. Ship design will. But fleet tactics might be the one which enables new technology. I don't know. Maybe it's just a time thing. An international naval gathering, sailing regatta. Well, I get prestige for this. Tension down, I don't really want the tension down. Although, okay, let's do it. Will it affect our money? That's my curiosity. Nope, it's fine. I wasn't paying attention, but tensions didn't drop dramatically. Oh, wait, okay, this is it. Medium wing turrets, okay, great. Enables secondary wing double turrets up to 10 inches of caliber. Wow. We don't have 10-inch guns yet. But this means that we can do, we have the building blocks of something like a dreadnought class. Because we have the wing turrets. Oh, up to 10 inches, though. That's not... Those are wing turrets, then, not the main wing turrets. Again, I'd like to go back to that message. I guess I can just go over to research and look at it directly. Last research was medium. Yeah, it's medium wing. We want heavy wing turrets then. Okay, this is the last month before we have to make our decision on what to do. Okay, well let's take a look at what we might be able to do here. And there's been some suggestions, by the way, of how to improve the pronunciations. Thank you. I do appreciate that, and I will read those. I'm a lost cause, but I will try. I really like the pronunciation of German, actually. Or at least, maybe it's more English-like. Maybe this one will be the really heavy... Oh, heck no. Oh, by the way, somebody was asking why I didn't do the 8-inch guns. They're quality -1. Oh, they're not quality -1. Hmm. Four 5-inch guns. Maybe 5-inch guns. Okay. Let's go 7,000. So we'll take the speed down a bit. Okay, so this should make a big difference. It doesn't, because they're 8-inch guns. They're automatically turreted. 6-inch guns is the maximum you can have in gun. Shielded gun mounts. Okay, so this is actually something. This is something we might consider doing. Something must be wrong with it. I don't understand why I shouldn't be getting this much. I feel like this is too good. Something must not be right. Okay. Ship has too much unused space. Yeah, that's the crazy thing. Why is this thing has too much unused space? Okay, we can take the deck up, and then we can just drop this a bit. I don't understand. We can almost get it down to 6,000. What is going on? It's not cramped. It's not short range. Well, this really has to be it. So we'll take a 10% rate of fire reduction. I'm actually okay with that because this is an extremely powerful light cruiser. And it should be viable pretty late into the game. The one thing we could consider doing is actually... Holy cow, 700 tons to get up to 24. Yeah, I don't think we'll be doing that. We save about 400 tons dropping down to 22, but that's a little bit too slow for me. So, I have this as a Schlichting class. I think that this is okay as a stopgap. We'll probably build 6 of them. We'll just... this will be a fun little comparison. We're kind of shoved into this situation because we have extra money. And we have a need for another light cruiser. This one is obviously going to be something that won't have flash fires. It should be able to eat up any other light cruisers. Okay, start developing it. Oh, yeah. They haven't modified this. Okay, well, I don't know if we'll ever build that class now. We already passed the time point. So we'll save the Schlichting class for another time, I guess. Russia. Yeah, we'll rile up that beehive if we can. So now I'm no longer interested. You had me. Well, okay. Let's go to the builds, the rework the design, just to make sure that... Yeah, it had 47. I mean, it's a lot of leftover. It's not ideal. We definitely would have to fix it. So my question is, if I close this, how do I get back to that design to have that 10%? So if I open this, it no longer says develop from class. So I guess unless you rebuild it or do a redesign immediately, you can't keep the design. Like, you basically lose the money you invested. Which is okay. It's only like 2 million, so we're okay with it, I guess. We are going to have enough money here in a second that... Okay, well, you know what? I kind of want to build towards the future. The things that we can immediately do are just get more Gluckstads, since those are going to be important into the long term. And we could even get some more Königsheiche. So somebody did Königsheiche. This is a oak tree, basically. Royal oak, I think, was the kind of descendant, or the translation for this into the British Navy at least. So, I could build some more of these because these will eventually become light carriers, but, I don't want that many light carriers converted. I'd rather have just one or two and then build them from scratch. And you're on reserve, please. Thank you. This is actually tough. I mean, this is obviously a great problem to run into, that we're not sure where to spend our money. It's because I always want to... Okay, you know what? I'm crazy. We should be improving all the bases all the time. This is something that does not increase our maintenance and can temporarily lower our budget, basically. This has one battery building. That's probably okay. This one has the 2. Let's improve this base. Fantastic. I really need to keep this one improving because that's the only base I have in the Indian Ocean, and I do have foreign station requirements. Right now I'm neglecting all the foreign stations in West Africa and Southern Africa. Even in Southeast Asia, for some reason I don't need foreign stations there. Not really sure exactly why, but we play with the rules that they provide, right? Prestige is not great. It's probably because I failed to build the... Ooh. Oh, they want to buy this. What benefit would we have going to war against Italy? This is their one non-Mediterranean holding in the Indian Ocean. We have no way of invading that anytime soon. Yeah, by all means, take it. We'll take the money. We'll find something to do with it. We could do a fleet exercise. I would like to simulate... So, some people have already asked me if I'm going to get my auto-resolve simulator working for Rule the Waves 2. Absolutely. But not yet. First, let's play a little bit. Oh, okay. This is something I can do. I can build up my training priority, and I think we'll do night fighting at first because torpedo warfare is just so bad. So let's do that. It's going to cost some money. Is there any other bases I haven't improved? I don't think so. So let's keep moving. With the Navy, literally, damn it, anyhow, damn it. 190, so it is around 100. It is 2/3. Oh, does that... Okay, that's fine. If it didn't... Let's just take 276, 190. 276, 190. Yes. Damn it. Well, that's going to drop our budget for sure. 276, yeah. 190, whoa, these are both got massively depleted. Okay, so the time is ripe, basically, to build something. I think we'll build a couple of extra... Well, I mean, is there any point in redesigning the Hamburg class? We don't have better quality guns. There's nothing we can do to it. But, yeah, oh my gosh, it's only 1902. Let's build a few beer halls then, which is just going to allow us to project power. I mean, our tensions with France are actually low enough that we can probably build the Hamburgs and get away with it. How many? 30. Oh my god. I don't know if we can last 30. Well, look. We have all the technology we need. Wait, no we don't. We don't have... God damn it, anyhow. Naval gun research is very important. Researchers, very important. Okay, so... I think we'll build 2 more beer halls. Okay, that's that. And more Gluckstads? I don't think that that's necessary. Interesting. I wonder... I don't know what to do. This is actually just crazy. Could build submarines. So we'll just delete this design. We can't use it anyway because we'd have to rebuild it from scratch. I mean, the design doesn't exist as far as being able to use it, leveraging it towards another design, like decreasing the cost of a new design. It counts as going from scratch, so we don't really care about that design. We'll just delete it. Get 2 more beer halls. That's fine. What's that going to take our count to? I think we'll build 1 more beer hall because we have the money. Just to slow... Whoops. To slow the Witwenmacher. Anyway. What? They have triple tubes? They have 12... This is obviously a mistake. They don't have 3 centerline. Oh my gosh. Okay, hold on. I'm sorry. I have to get out my screenshotter here. 1 sec. Blank screen it just for a second. Well, I guess I can just go back later and screenshot it in the video itself. So this is obviously a very, very illegal design. They're using 12 light AA guns. They're using dual purpose guns. They don't have that. They're using 3 centerline, which they can't have. And they're using triple torpedo tubes, which they can't have in 1900. A lot of illegal stuff going on there. Tensions? I would like the budget up, but the United States is not the person I want to budget up with. I mean, actually, it's better to go... I shouldn't have done that. We should always just choose the budget. We're down to 213. We once lived in the glory of the 275,000, 275 million budget per year. And because we don't have a dreadnought or anything right now, I can't justify... I mean, I really can't justify building it. What are we going to build that's going to be helpful? I guess we can get more light cruisers. Let's take a look at our... Okay, we do have quality 10 guns now. What do we actually need? We have plenty of destroyers. We have... Yeah, we're a little bit low on light cruisers. Let's go ahead and build a few more. Maybe 3 more. There we go. We're finally in the negatives. Hooray! And again, as soon as these things are done being built, we'll immediately just build them again. So we have 1 battery there. Probably should get 2 batteries there. We already have it. Probably should get 2 batteries there. We already have it. Battery. It's really starting to rain out here suddenly. Interesting. And 2 batteries already. Good. How about you? 1 battery in your building. Okay, good. So we'll just wait for those to tick in and we can do another round of improvements. Yeah, this is... Stop teasing me about this. 24 knots even is pretty darn good. Thankfully, it's only 3 5-inch guns, but still. Yes, exactly. Our prestige is the lowest it may ever have been. Defensive minefields. So let's build more of our Gluckstads. Just building to the future. You can never have enough Gluckstads. Also, we probably do need to build a real destroyer at some point, because we have no fleet escort destroyer. It's too early for its role, really, I'd say, but Nevada, yeah, 14,000 tons. This is the limit. Okay. Okay, so, excuse me. I guess we'll just keep pushing on. We have a small budget. We're kind of hovering at the best point. What the hell are you doing? What? 27? Alright. You asked for it. We need 9 more. I'm just gonna get the minimum. We're gonna do it this time because we actually have our prestige is actually low enough to be a bad thing. Man, I've never seen this before where you keep intel on so high and just the overall trend is... Yeah. We can go to war with France. France is always a good target, right? So build all the things. Okay, good. Good. Things are happening now. When? How much longer? Oh. I didn't notice these... Did it notify me? Well, this is great, though. We're going to have, like, some really good bases. I won't improve the Marianas this time because she's, I think, not at 10 yet. Yeah, so her improvement only happens in groups of 5. Let's build 1 more here. Seems like a very important place. Just because it's so high naval capacity. And we'll continue to improve this one. Okay, good. This is the most important one, and it's being built. Good. And you have your 2 batteries. You have... Oh, we can build your 10-inch battery now. just feel like it's a good spot as far as like the maintenance cost and the power projection goes. So we'll just build one there. And it's quite possible, like in Helegoland, that little, well, basically outside of Wilhelmshaven, you can get battles. And then if the 10-inch gun happens to be placed there, it does move. It's not like static. It's just generated sometimes in one place or generated sometimes in another. Obviously a little weird, but... Oh, good. So, wow, this is like a very lucky playthrough. Yes. Yes. I don't know why we would even need this, but yes. Better torpedoes, early submarines. Okay, so we can build submarines, which feels very German. And we have the money to do it. So this is how we will invest. We will invest in submarines. I mean, we can actually have enough submarines, I think, to do some real work. This is going to facilitate, I hope, an early collapse of whoever we go to war with first. So we'll get 50 of them. Maybe 60. Who knows how effective they'll be, but it'll be fun. It's very German. It's a stopgap solution, by the way. I don't plan to use submarines forever, but... Protests are held in some German demanding an end to excessive... All we need to do is get through the current building group, which is... Yeah, we don't have to wait much longer. Yes, we're receiving praise. Hooray. We can keep our... they're having problems with the 3 centerline turrets, if I caught that correctly. So unrest is actually... they're protesting our budget. This does keep going up. So your decisions, you know, when you always do as I do, increase the budget, it does have an impact. It's not like you really get it for free. Okay. 5 destroyers commissioned. Give it maximum publicity. Rate of fire improvement and damage control improvement. Both of those things are good. Yeah, I think this decision to build submarines was actually a really good one. So we should see the budget starting to creep down as we're finishing all these things. Destroyers, all these things. 8 more destroyers. Okay, central firing, good. Now we have another excuse to rebuild our ships. Let's rebuild them. We have no tensions out, really... Wait, what is that? What? Oh, yeah. Don't have it if we build it in France, which means that France doesn't have central firing, which is a good thing. This is going to take us over tonnage. Are you kidding me? No. I planned so carefully. I didn't plan so carefully. Why did I only leave 7 remaining? I thought I had more than 7. Did I really design it this way? Man, what is wrong with me? I was so excited about World Waves 2. I'm going to pretend I was so forward-looking to carriers that I made what I would consider several mistakes in these initial designs, which people haven't complained about, so thankfully I haven't received any negative feedback about it. But let me give myself some negative feedback. Tortuga, you done messed up. Didn't leave enough rounds per gun, but this is actually still okay because there's kind of a something which I suspect will eventually be patched out, or should be, or maybe it won't be, because there's some little inefficiencies or there's little min-max things you can do. So right now the maintenance for this ship is on reserve fleet 126, which means let's just put one to active fleet real fast to see what it would be. 251. So 251. Now if I refit this one and I do this refit with just one less, it goes down to 126 because the cost to rebuild it is not very much, but because they've expanded the time, I would still say this is way too much. It costs now 12 months to do any change of rounds per gun. That's, it's a little bit preposterous. I don't know, it's a little bit preposterous it's that long, but it's to prevent this abuse of the exact thing that I would always do and many people would do. They would build a little bit of extra, they would have a little bit of extra ammo until they got better fire control, and then they would drop the rounds per gun down just to increase the fire control, which would be heavier. So Frederick, to prevent this kind of, what I would consider it's fair to call that a little bit of an abuse. You just take out a little. I mean, it's not like the rounds per gun fit in the same place as your fire control. Anyways, in this case, we're going to abuse the nuke mechanic because the cost of rebuilding this is so low that rebuilding it over 12 months is going to actually take us below our normal maintenance cost. So I'm still okay with this, but only if we do it in local yards. And then central firing. We actually have, yeah, we're so close to being able to do this. Can we get anything else? Is there anything else we want? I guess we'll just leave the extra space for director, etc. So this will now be in the local yards, which is nice as well. And okay, let's rebuild it so that the better fire control is, I think, really important. Okay, good. We can probably do the same thing with the beer hall as well. See, I left room in this one. Why didn't I leave room in the other one? I don't fully understand. We'll only have one of the... Oh, well, okay, let's wait. Let's wait for the other three, I should say, beer halls to come out. I don't like to have a refit of a design when the old design is still being built. Actually, it has something to do with the fact that I think it might, or at least in Rule the Waves, in the early time of its release, you could actually get a reset. If you had a bonus, like if your ship had an extra knot, it surpassed its trial speeds, that might reset it. Or it could happen that the new ones, I don't know, there's some, okay, there's just basically potentially some weird behavior if we do it, so it shouldn't be there, but maybe it is. Okay, so avoid stoking the fires of war. We're not interested in doing that. Diplomatic note, yes. Fine, we'll take war with France. I'll take war with anybody at this point. I mean, hopefully not for another 11 months, but even if it's within 11 months, we'll probably get by. Yeah, I know. I stop lording this in my face. Okay, 10-inch gun, good, good, good. You know, there's not really an option to like decrease unrest by like donating money or like contributing money. I don't know how that's supposed to go. I guess it's built into the events-driven system. Smallest tonnage of... Oh. Yeah. So, splitting up intel efforts on France, they're potentially one of the technology leaders, so we'll get their technology. We'll put it up to high even because we are raising tensions with them. The good news is that Glückstads are also cheap 1-point potentials for blockading. Maybe it will make sense to get one more of these. Oh, by the way, since these are done, actually, let's refit them with central firing as well. Central firing, perfect. It's good. We don't have better 9-inch guns yet, do we? No. We actually have better 8-inch guns, which is almost a reason to drop down to those. And this is... yeah, good. So we did arm it to protect against itself, more or less. Probably should have gone with 5.5 on the belt. We should use this gun data system a little bit more often. Anyway, save this. Rebuild. Yes. And that helped a little bit. We can probably get the Mosels in. I mean, I guess we'll have to cycle the Mosels. So let's get 2 to Northeast Asia. And get 1 to the Indian Ocean. And when those guys get on station, we'll refit those. We'll get these to be refit in the meantime. Wait, I just built some Mosels, didn't I? Okay, those are only 3 more months. We'll wait that. Oh, I knew this was going to happen. I knew that as soon as we refit the ones, 12-inch guns, takes forever. I knew that was going to happen. We were going to get better 12-inch guns. Okay, look, let's not complain about it. It's a good thing. But these Hamburg class now needs another refit. Oh my gosh. Forget it. Forget it. We have it, which is a good place to call this episode to a close. In the next episode, we'll design our first dreadnought. Ha ha ha! 3 centerline, 12-inch turrets. It'll be something. I mean, they'll be quality 0 12-inch guns, which is pretty good for this time period. So, the first dreadnought goes to Germany, it appears. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you back for the next episode. Until then, take care.